All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Dominopoulos, and today's video is going to be some more attacks. I slapped together some more attacks that I did last week. This isn't all just from one war. This is Platinum 3 War. It's about where I hover around in all my days in this game between Platinum 3, Platinum 4. So there's some big teams, there's some small teams, and I did a fair amount of punch-ups. So please remember to like, share, and subscribe if you like my stuff. Let me bring up the video, and we'll do some more attacks. Let me guys know. Let me know if you guys like this kind of stuff. You want me to do more of this kind of stuff, do my war attacks and all that kind of stuff. Put it out there for you. So my first one is a big old Orcus, and we're going to use our Hive Mind Scroll against this. As soon as I see Orcus, my Hive Mind Scroll goes on. It goes in. You can see how big this punch up is. It doesn't matter. I think they're all 3 diamond there that we're going against. It really does not matter the size of the team that we're going against here with this team. So I go in with a rewind, right? And that drops him low enough to get the speed bar going. I'm going to put the ability block over on Scientist Supreme. Now, this is actually going to get cleared here. I normally don't let that happen, but with this, I was just more interested in getting a scroll going. So trying to pick, they're all about 1.7 million, so I probably should have went after Lady Deathstrike to get her down into red first. I decided to go after Scientist Supreme, which was probably not the smartest. Here's an opportunity where you can stun if you're afraid somebody's going to go. So the decision was either to stun Sentinel or just to do some damage and keep trying to get that Scientist Supreme down. Now, I probably should have stunned Sentinel so Sentinel didn't go, because Sentinel's going to go and clear all this stuff and clear the ability block on Scientist Supreme, and then he's going to and flip all the debuffs. But at this point, I decided that we're going to go ahead and let that happen, because then Skrull goes nuts. So I thought I was going to be able to get her down to red, didn't, but all these buffs, everything flips, she flips, and it's a Skrull party now. So this whole entire team is predicated on Skrull. This is what I use in the current raid. It's a 2-tap at difficulty 5 on the newest Chaos Super whatever raid we're doing right now. But send in a burner team and go. But I'm not putting any more into this team. This is where they're going to stay, and they take out Orcus of any size. And it's really all it's dependent on your scroll. I have a 1 diamond scroll. It's good enough. I probably could auto basic from here. I'm just trying to show off and flip stuff at this point. Just get it done. Just get it done. Just get it done. These guys are quite beefy. Come on, auto basic. At what point are you going to auto basic? But yeah, at any time I see this team on defense, this is what I'm going after it with, because it's just a massive punch up. I can't think of anything better. So 1 down, and again, this is going to be spread across a couple different wars, so don't pay attention to the scores and all that good stuff. So what do we got? Illuminati, Captain Britain. So this is a punch across. A lot of times I'll use like SD APOC or something like this. This I was just kind of getting my attack in. This kind of blows them out of the water. Not that my absolute amazing, incredible A-Force is the greatest thing on Earth, and not that this Captain Britain was a monster either on the other side. But you can see how well that they handle them with the trauma stuns, and but mine isn't terribly built up. It's just Kahori. That's the only one I really care about, to be honest. You can see how often how well I know them too. I got to check their abilities. Just get Captain Britain dead. Get him dead. Probably should have focused on him with Corey in the first place, but I kind of wanted that blind on Hank, because I knew Hank was blank. I knew Hank was going to go. But yeah, so probably stun the person with the most speed, because I don't know what I'm doing. Yep, there you go. And Hank bled out, and everybody bled out, because Kahori's bleeds that went down are based on her attack. And she's strong. She's a 105. I don't think she's 7-star yet. She's still a 6-star. It'll happen eventually. Now that she went to the Battle World store that she was already in. All right, what am I doing next? All right, this is one of my favorites. I love... so this is... what is it, a Bifrost we're going against? I'm going to use old school A-Force. I did back-to-back A-Force. Look at that. I didn't even mean to do that. You can see what's her face? Spider Woman is level 95, G18. Everybody else is a G15 or a G14 or whatever they are. Uh, this will take out a Bifrost 4 to 5 million, no problem. I haven't tried any 7 millions or whatever. And it'd be nice if Vol was on the outside to get the ability block dropped on him, but it's not necessary as long as we get a blind on him. So I'm going to do this on beta so we can't get the taunt, even though other people can get the taunt. And just start on the outside ability block. And look at how much damage she does. She is amazing. We love her. And then we're going to make sure we get the blind on Vol, because Vol and Sylvie are probably going to go. And Loki. But it doesn't matter. He makes you hit yourself. And then basically I'm just going to let splash damage take care of everyone while I focus on Vol. Eventually it's going to come back around to Spider Woman, where she's going to be able to use her ult. So even if he has a ton of a health left, she's just going to rip right through it. But I use this team every single war. If you don't have it, I'm not recommending that you build it. And people are using Nico with absolute A4s. People use Photon with Secret Defenders, which you probably should, and have one built bigger. But this is what I have on my roster, so I use it. I still love this team. They do such great work. And here's where the ultimate would pop off. Honestly, wouldn't really matter. I probably could have basicked around and did more damage, but everybody else gets killed by splash. So that's still one of my favorite. And this team works against other things too, in decent sized punch ups. I still love this team, even as small as they are. It's all Spider Woman or Spider Woman and Photon if you want to build her up too. But love that team, and I still see plenty of Bifrost around. Is this the one where I go after Astral? Now, with Astral, I just don't play games. There's too many ways where if they got certain T4s or T5s or whatever that you don't know, and I'm not playing games with this team. It is one hell of a punch down. But I just I just get sometimes overkill works. I was hoping that this would rewind, but it doesn't. It doesn't, because Astral. So ultimately, you want to stun Strange, get him out of the picture. Just make sure he's stunned, and then go after Big Boy. That's it. Just get him dead, and that should take care of everything. Now, because my team's a little bit too big, this is kind of gonna wipe them out. But if this team is jacked up, this is an 8 million Astral. You're not punching into it with this Liberty. I tried. It's not going to work. So I know it does. Marvel Charge claims that there's punch up with it, and I'm sure you could, like a little, but I just don't play games with Astral because you never know what abilities they got. So yeah, like that Astral, we're not touching that, at least with that team. What do I go after? This is the Crucible version of the new mutant teams, or whatever, and then I'm going to use Mighty Avenger against it, because they still do go kind of fast. So, because we have Safeguard and Immunity, we're not going to have to worry about Storm coming in here and wrecking you. So, this is a pretty fast team. Actually, the team I use on defense with them, I put America Chavez back there, make them all go even faster, and try to wreck everything, but still doesn't do the greatest. It was definitely locking up on me because I was running 3 different emulators at this time, so hopefully that's the only one that I recorded. And what are we going to do here? I normally just do basic and just clear buffs, but I guess I went with ability block on that. Why not? I tried to save his special just in case they do something and I need to clear everything, because that special clears everything on you. But I didn't think it was going to be too much of an issue because this team, once you survive the intro, this team is very squishy, and we should just wreck them at this point. I even think to the point where, I didn't even use the special here. I just went with the ult. Normally I do the special, get a whole bunch of speed, get everybody coming around, but it got a little bit closer than I wanted. But I wasn't terribly worried about this. I'm sure there's much better counters for this team. This just happened to be what I did on this day. And we got it. This is the team built a little bit bigger than I originally expected I was going to, but And I didn't build up Invisible Woman probably high enough, but whatever. Whatever. Do what I want. All right, so here's where I normally use Mighty Avenger. So this is from a different war. I think we're going to show it. Yeah, and normally I use it against a bigger version. It pretty much works against any size Night Stalker. I don't want to guarantee over 8 million because I think I did lose once with it. But see, I used the basic that time just to clear and then try to get an ability block on Oath, and hopefully it lands on Agatha too. It did not. Excuse me. But this is what I normally have been using this team for. I know it works on a bunch of other stuff. It's still one of the newer war teams. So, but in general, in my rotation, this is generally where I use this team. So speed up, bring everybody around. We're gonna stun the person with the most speed, which is gonna be the Agatha. Yeah. All right. So didn't even really need the ability block, but it cleared. It's okay. It's okay. And this is where, like I said, like an 8 million team, if you don't play it right and you let them rebound, see now I'm attacking with offense down instead of offense up with that ability. So this is where if you mess up and if you suck at this game like me, it can go wrong. And you can see it almost did, but I guess technically it's not over yet. But we're in good enough shape. I'm not too worried about it. No. Agatha. Ah, Vision, you didn't. You dodged. You just didn't dodge the stun. That's poor dodging. And this is where I like to save that special, just in case things go wrong, and then it's ready for you. But if things go wrong and the other team blows you up, there's nothing to recover from if you're dead. And that'll probably pretty much be it. Auto basic. Auto basic. No. I'm going to suffer. We're going to suffer. Hit auto. Good enough. But that's normally what I use my Mighty Avengers on. And normally in a punch-up. And normally it's not that ugly. But it gets the job done. And that's why I do it. Like I said, they work at a bunch of other stuff. But this is what I was in the mood for last week. All right, so this one gets a little hairy. Scroll with Alpha Flight. I still just use my Mercs for money on it, but it can go wrong, and it's not like I have the largest Mercs for money. I do have a 7 red Old Man Logan, which is quite useful. But you can see, you're going to see on this one, there's a couple different points where they could have taken me out. Now, I think there was some parts where I was unlucky. And then definitely some parts where I was lucky to get through it. I've never lost this match. This might be the closest I ever came to losing it. So I get my my revive up, even though it's going to get peeled right off very soon. Bye. Okay, bye. So maybe I should have saved that. I don't know. But they're going to keep dying. And they're going to keep coming back. I use the special there because it tends to do more damage and heal yourself up a little bit more. Didn't seem to do too much there. All right, so now it's old time. And I was hoping this would land more debuffs. Didn't land them all on North Star, which is also not the greatest. And I probably should have went harder on Scroll once I had that opportunity. So you see now I already got people dropping. Now the only person without dodge... it wouldn't have worked on Scroll because he doesn't have trauma. But you're going to see those two over there are really just going to keep me going. See, now he finally didn't have taunt and he went after me. Now, if that dude followed up and went after me, it's over. We would have lost. So you can see how not well this is going. So that was one opportunity where there wasn't a taunt up and I could have been targeted and I could have lost. That's number one. I think there's more. I'm pretty sure there's more. That blind is killing me right now. And I'm going to do it anyway, even though he's blinded, because I wanted to get the revive up. Because I didn't want that happening again. But I don't think it's going to matter. Because that happened again, and there goes my revive again. So, again, maybe if that targets me, maybe he's got an opportunity to come after me with the follow-up. Again, that one would have been a maybe. Maybe kills me. If he had a striker, maybe that would have killed me. A couple different opportunities, but I think we're in a much better position, and I can go after Skrull, even though he's probably going to light me up here. No, but they keep reviving. They keep reviving. Again, no taunts, and I'm not getting targeted. That wouldn't have rebounded if that was over on my guy, and the taunt's back up. So, again, this isn't the prettiest way that this has happened, but I've never lost this fight, so someone's watching over me with this one, because this is the ugliest it's ever been for me. But, it's a punch up, so, again, maybe I was just lucky. There we go. Trauma stun. I think this just wipes him out. Yep. So, not the prettiest, not the greatest display that I put on there, but victory. We got the victory. It's the only thing that matters. It's the only thing that matters. All right, what did I do next? Oh, that's a big Spider Society. What did I use on this? Is this my Orcus one? Orcus, obviously, not obviously, but SDA POC does really well. But Orcus does great here. You can get lucky and get a heal block put on Peter B, or you're just gonna have to go straight after him with Lady Deathstrike's basic. That's the trick here. So Peter B's got to go. That's the only thing you really got to worry about with this match. I'm sure everybody's fought this team a million times on defense. We're going to be seeing them forever, because everybody's got them all jacked up. But normally I go right after him with the special, and it would have been great if it bounced over to him and put more bleeds on him, but it doesn't. When I do this over here, I'm hoping to flip a heal block, heal into a heal block, but they go into bleeds because I'm an idiot. So you just got to hope you get lucky and a heal block drops over there. Excuse me. Or say at this point, what I'm trying to do is stay away from as much as humanly possible. At this point, I didn't get a heal block, and really like where his health went. I do not want him going at the stealth now, because I want Lady Deathstrike to be able to come around and use her basic. Her basic is quite nice. It's quite nice. So I'm doing everything I possibly can to stay away from Peter. I don't want his health dropping low enough to have him drop into stealth. And I don't want anywhere near it. I could have gotten unlucky. There's a going to slow me down. Could have gotten unlucky, and everybody else went into stealth, and I would have had to target the Peter B. But if everybody's in stealth, then I can target the Peter B. So Noir is going to have some fun because we got a million buffs. All right. No, we still got to stay away. I'd love to use the special again, but I can't because I don't want to hit Peter. I don't want to hit the Peter right now. I think now I want to hit the Peter. All right, basic. Basic is incredible. I guess maybe I could have ulted there and chained around, but I know the basic works, so I did it. And at this point, the team's neutered. Again, I'm sure you guys have fought Spider Society a million times. You get rid of the Peter B, but with Orcus, the key is to either getting the heal block on him, getting enough bleeds on him, I guess, if he's small enough, and your Lady Deathstrike's big enough. But to me, it's just Lady Deathstrike basic. And you can see this was a fairly big Peter B, and she rips right through it. She is 3 diamond, but whatever. Fun with war, it's a victory. It's a victory. That was a fairly decent punch-up. It's actually one of the biggest Spider Societies I've seen on my level. They're normally not that big. Like this one. This is from a different war. Oh, no, it's probably from the same war. You can use SDA POC on a lot of things, but I don't carry Photon with this team. I use them on regular A-Force. A lot of times I do use Quicksilver with this team as an insurance policy or as just overkill, but it would have been way too much overkill with this team. So I was thinking of anybody that I'm currently not using just to swap them in. I think I settled on Kestrel. Which still, at this point, against a team this size, I probably could have just done it with these 4. But, you never know. You could get Pav to go nuts with his ult and chain back to Apocalypse 5 times and kill him before he even takes a turn, which has happened before when they're big enough. So I have lost this one before. So we're going to try to get Penny stunned. It didn't work because of the deflect. Now we're going to try for an ability block that could have gotten deflected. It doesn't always work. And that's a lot of times where on a bigger version, I will take in Quicksilver just so he can, rewind and just basically get him out of the picture if both of those get deflected and don't work. So I'm just trying to play nice with Peter B so Apocalypse can take him out. Yeah, maybe you get the stun again. No. Probably should have went after somebody with vulnerable to drop a stun. But I didn't. And bye-bye Peter, and team's done. So this is a little bit of overkill for Spider Society at this point. They've been figured out. But I think it's just what I had cooking. So that's what we did. You gonna bleed out? No. We're gonna get a turn to attack you. All right. All right. So that's normally what I use. It worked. I guess we're just checking people out right now. All right, victory. Probably could have edited that one out because it's going so slow. All right, what did I do here? Oh, this is a fun one. I like this one. Extreme. Now, Extreme Rogue, Extreme whatever doesn't make a difference against this team. This is my Superior 6 that I use. This is my favorite version of it. That's my G16 Mysterio that I used in DD8. I love this team. This can take out. I've used it on over 5 millions versions of this team with Rogue. So this team's all about control. This is my. I mean, this team works great on a lot of things. I know their power has faded, but again, my Green Goblin's only 4 red. I mean, it's not like I have this team jacked up by any means, but their power in general is starting to fade a little bit. But the control from this team is incredible. You never really have to worry about this any size because once they get blinded and controlled, it's all over. So, ability block and forge. And then we're just waiting on Mysterio. I mean, the one thing that can happen is Gambit is big enough, and maybe he pings down your Mysterio before Mysterio gets a turn. But I've still won after that's happened. So it's kind of hard to lose with this team. I'm going to use the basic because we already have offense up on everybody, so that would be a waste. So we're going to keep going after that Forge. I'm going to hope I don't kill everybody. Have Forge go nuts, get a couple turns, and clear everything. That's why you almost want to do the 2-turn ability block on him. Now, this was just me screwing around. He should kill the Forge, but I just figured because this is a weaker version that I normally take out that I could survive it. Wasn't worried about Forge, even though he's almost ready for another turn. Not really worried about it. He was almost dead too. But as much as you might be scared of Nightcrawler, you need to be scared of Forge. Of the Forge. And we're still going to be seeing plenty of this team, even after it fades out of raid, which it probably will soon with the new raid. And is that it? Was that my last attack? It was. All right, well, fun with war. I hope you guys enjoyed a couple punch-ups, a couple punch-acrosses, and 1 punch down. If you guys want to see more of this stuff, let me know. I'll do more war videos if you want them in different formats. You want it all in one war, you want it whatever. Or if you don't want to see it, that's fine. Leave that down in the comments too. So, as usual, love you guys, and I'm out.